Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take your sources, we dig in, and we pull out the key insights for you. Today, we're looking at a really fascinating set of biblical texts exploring, well, an immense concept, God's relationship with time, space, the whole of creation. Our goal here is to help you get a handle on the sheer scale and nature of this relationship, drawing right from these sources. So where do we even start trying to grasp something this big?
Well, the first thing that jumps out from these sources is just the scale of God's transcendence. It's fundamental. We're not just talking about God existing in time and space. The claim is that time and space themselves are created things.
That's right. I noticed that too. Texts like Romans 8 explicitly list, present or future. That's time and height, or depth, that's space. And it puts them right there among created things. So God has to be, well, bigger than all that.
Exactly. And the implication there is pretty profound. It's not just that God sustains every moment and place. These sources seem to suggest that time and space don't just exist around the first person of God, but maybe within the first person.
Wow. Okay, that's a mind-bending idea right there. Reality itself inside God's being. So if God is that immense, how does he even perceive his own creation? Now, the sources mention Isaiah 40.
Ah, yes, Isaiah 40, verses 15 to 17. It offers a really humbling perspective, doesn't it? To God, it says entire nations are like a single drop in a bucket, or like dust on weighing scales.
Dust on scales,
Yeah.
And islands are like fine dust floating away. All of creation is regarded as, nothing, like emptiness.
Right. And this really pushes us to think about what existence is. The text suggests God is the God of, well, both existence and non-existence. He can call something into being from absolute nothingness and presumably return it there. So from that viewpoint, what we experience as reality is entirely dependent on his will. It holds no inherent weight on its own,
So everything we see, everything that is, might be viewed as nothing from his perspective. It's hard to grasp. Yet, but even with that perspective, the sources are also clear that everything in time and space still belongs to God, even figures like Satan.
Precisely. It's still his creation, his dust, you could say. Psalm 50 puts it plainly, the world and its fullness are mine. So yes, it might be a speck to him in one sense, but it's his speck. And he deals with it according to his own purposes. Okay,
this scale is incredible. And it gets maybe even more interesting when we bring in the three persons of God. Let's start with the first person. Ephesians 4 says God is one who is over all and through all and in all.
And that connects back to what we just discussed. The idea that time and space exist within him, it's foundational to his sovereignty.
Right. Then the second person, Christ. Colossians 1 and Hebrews 1 are key here. They describe him as the image of the invisible God born before creation, and that all things, visible, invisible, powers, authorities, were created through him and for him.
Yes, and crucially, it says, in him all things hold together. He's not passive. He actively sustains everything by his powerful word. Without him, the sources imply, time and space would just dissolve. It really highlights his equality with the first person.
That equality comes up elsewhere too, right?
It does. You have John 10:30, I and the Father are one. And interestingly, descriptions of Yahweh from the Old Testament, like in Psalm 102, about God creating the heavens and earth. Hebrews 1 applies that directly to Christ. It cements that shared divine identity.
And Revelation 5 shows all creation giving him equal worship.
Yeah.
It's an consistent picture. Okay, finally, the third person, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, the sources bring up Psalm 139, where can I go from your spirit? Suggesting the spirit of Yahweh is everywhere. Omnipresent. Now, whether that verse specifically means the Holy Spirit as distinct from, say, God's general presence or angels is debated, but the core idea holds. Given the unity and equality of the persons we've seen, if the first and second persons are equally present, sustaining everything...
And it follows that the third person would be too. It's a kind of logical extension of their shared nature, a unified presence across all reality.
Exactly, a collective divine sustaining of everything.
So let's try to wrap this up. What's the big picture here for you, the listener? This deep dive shows us a vision of God that's just staggering, a being so immense that all existence, time, space, everything in them, it's all his creation, held together moment by moment by his power. And from one angle, viewed by him almost as nothing, like emptiness. Yet at the same time, it's absolutely his possession, his domain, to command as he wills.
It's a profound scale. And it really challenges us, doesn't it? It makes you pause and think. If the entire cosmos, everything we know and can't know, is upheld and defined by that kind of transcendent power, what does that tell us about where real meaning and purpose might lie in our own lives, which can feel so small in comparison?
Yeah. What truly matters against that kind of backdrop, something to definitely reflect on.